rotary steam engine that I made. I was studying steam engines in history and I decided that I'd like to make one. We made this example on the internet, from the internet, and our instructions are right here. This steam engine is just an example, but this one is going to run. Now, why the steam engine was important was because now people didn't have to use muscle power for it, or wind, or anything. They could just use steam. And steam would run them as long as they had it. As long as they had coal to make the steam, or the fuel that provided the steam.
Did you instruct this one out?
So right now, I had to suck water in to these pipes right here. I already did that, and right now I'm going to guide it to the center and light it. Now it takes a while for this to run, so for this to heat up, so while this is heating up, I will tell you about how this was made. First, you had to get an aluminum can and cut it in a third. So you would cut it a little over a third. You would cut it a little over a third, and then fold the edges down so that it will look like this. And it's actually starting to run. So after that, after you fold it down, you would punch holes. You would punch holes like we did here, and as we did in here, and bend copper tubing in order for it to get the coils.
What's the purpose of the coils?
The coils hold the water. The more coils you have, the more water you can suck in. This one that we made at first only had 2 coils. Now we made it so that it had 3. This one was made with 3. Now, next, you would push some aluminum foil into the can and put the candle down into the can.
What's the purpose of the aluminum foil?
The aluminum foil helps keep the candle in its place. So now it's still running. The longest time that we did this for was over 10 minutes. It starts and stops and starts.
How does that work? How does the steam engine actually work?
So what it does is the candle heats up this inside.
What's this?
The candle heats up the copper tubing inside, and the water inside of it. So as the copper tubing gets hot, the water that is in there gets hotter and hotter.
And what does that do?
And that boils it. It turns it into steam. As it rushes out, it turns.
Okay. And what would that turning do? Why was that such a great invention?
Well, like if you want to turn something, you can turn a wheel. Like if there was not a water wheel, but a wheel that was outside the water or anything like that, and you wanted it to turn, this could be the wheel. Or it could be holding something, like strings could be attached to it, another motor could attach, and then it would go round and round.
So how revolutionary was this? Making the steam engine? The invention of the steam engine?
This changed many lives. Like people, instead of doing things by hand, hammering by hand, making things by hand, then they could just use the steam engine to do it for them.
Anything else about the steam engine?
No?
Who was it that invented the steam engine?
James Watt.
And there it's turning. Why is it turning in the direction that it is?
Well, for the steam, the pipe is pointed. This is pointing towards me. So the rule means that it would go this way, turning it clockwise.
Why is it clockwise?
Because every action has an opposite reaction.
Okay.
Well, I like that you studied about this and it was your idea to come up and make the steam engine in order to present the information in the chapter. And I think that was a clever way to present learning about the steam engine. Thanks for showing that, Kyle.
Oh, good.